Lori, gold's on the rise again today. Weakness in the dollar has boosted demand for the metal, pushing prices to the highest in 3 months. The head precious metals dealer at Integrated Brokerage Services sees potential for gold to climb even higher in the months ahead. Frank McGhee joins us from Chicago. Frank, welcome to Bloomberg News.
Good morning, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Frank, is fear creeping back into the market? Is that what the impetus is for this?
I think you've got a combination of fear, us being in the September-October period of time for the U.S. stock market, which has been traditionally very volatile and has seen some of the largest sell-offs, as well as the liquidity factors coming back into the market. And it really is a win-win situation for gold in the next few weeks.
Well, speaking of the next few weeks, what happens if it stays over $9.95?
Well, if we get a breakout tonight over $9.95, you're going to have a lot of your technical traders, the larger funds, the larger trend followers come in. It's been a very key point. The market's trying to get there right now. We'll see. This next hour will be very interesting.
People don't seem, Frank, all that concerned yet about inflation, but do you think some gold buyers are?
Well, I think it's more reflation than it is inflation. I think the gold market is signaling that the amount of liquidity that's been put into the system over the last several months is having the type of effect wanted. We're getting signals from the central banks that they're not going to withdraw that liquidity at any time soon, and that allows us to get back on an expansive growth. Now, I'm still part of the double dip camp, and so I wouldn't be surprised to see the U.S. stock market sell back off and see a new round of discussions of another potential stimulus. That's good for gold as well.
So could that reflation then turn into inflation, say, a year from now?
Oh, absolutely, especially if you get any type of stagnation, any type of need to put more liquidity in or hold liquidity that's been put into this market for a longer period of time. The longer it stays in, the more the reflation and ultimately inflationary pressures continue to build.
So, Frank, what's it going to take to maintain momentum here?
Well, fear is the first one. I mean, if we see a significant sell-off in the U.S. markets coming into September and October, which a lot of people are worried about, ultimately the gold market itself simply holding these price levels. We've got a very good base now in the 950 to 970 range. If we run up over 1,000, trade back into the 990s, don't make a run back down to that lower level, then you'll be ready for another upleg.
Frank, working the story right now with the industrial metals. Are there parallels between precious and industrial metals right now?
There are significant parallels, but the major story there is the Chinese and the Chinese economy and the retooling or re-inventorying. You've seen some significant gains, especially led by things like silver and copper, but all eyes on that are towards China.
And Frank, I'm sorry, yes. We have about 30 seconds left. You mentioned silver. Where's the major upside breakout there?
Silver is working through last resistance point here is going to be 1622. You get above that, any close above 16, and I think you've got a good breakout.
Frank McGhee of Integrated Brokerage Services joining us this afternoon from Chicago. Frank, thanks.
Nice question.